All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this Colecast presentation, bringing you Sound Blaster Heroes League Qualifier number 4. Going on this week, we do have this tournament, and of course, one of these two teams is going to be qualifying into the Sound Blaster Heroes League. Wait, hold on a second. Not qualifying into the Sound Blaster Heroes League. Going to be moving on to the semifinals tomorrow of the Sound Blaster Heroes League. There we go. That makes more sense. So, one team this week going to qualify into the 16-man tournament, the main event at the end of February. We'll be giving away $40,000 in cash and prizes during that 16-man event. So very much so looking forward to that one. And one of these two teams will be... No, not one of those two teams. Dang it. This is what happens when it's been a 12-hour day again. My brain goes to mush. I don't have a co-caster to keep me in check. It's just, it gets absolutely ridiculous, guys. It gets absolutely ridiculous. One of the teams will be advancing. One of these two teams might have a shot. Call It Karma definitely could have a shot. Especially they're going up against Dirty Sick Bastards right now, a team that I don't know a whole lot about. This week we unfortunately did not have a whole lot of sign-ups. I mean, people are just having a real hard time signing up for these events every week. So, you know, we need to get these teams qualified, but they got to get on the ball. And if they don't sign up, we extended it by 5 extra days or something like that, and people still didn't sign up. I sent the top 25 teams personal messages, and they still didn't sign up. So, whatever. Going into the quarterfinals right now, we still have an unknown team here in DSB, Dirty Sick Bastards, but we've had unknown teams take upsets before. Teams like Elite Eskimos have definitely had games over Domain of Pain, and 007 made it to the semifinals last week before they were taken out by, I believe, Pudge or Pencils or Call It Karma, one of those. But we're going to be getting into this one where DSB will be taking on Call It Karma. Definitely the favorite in this match being C1K. Jellyfish and his boys have a lot of competitive experience under their belt and have consistently been kind of hanging around that top 20 range for about 3, 4, 5 months now. And, well, we'll see if they can actually take the series over the Dirty Sick Bastards here. And let's take a look at this game. Blind bands were, in fact, Wild Soul, Warbeast, Tempest, and Ophelia. So getting rid of a lot of these junglers once again. As we tend to see in the Sound Blaster Heroes League, we like to see some actually very, very aggressive lineups, which don't always involve junglers. But, in fact, speaking of junglers, we do have Keeper of the Forest being first locked. He's the only one, though, as he's going to be joining a couple of pushers, Polywog Priest and Balfagor, Aluna, Glacius, and Voodoo Jester, all going to be locked as well. But Dirty Sick Bastards going with the Polywog Priest and the Balfagor band by Bootenel. Now, interesting, it could be very much so that they're looking for a push strat, but their picks don't necessarily reflect that just yet. Bands coming out, though, from the Jellyfish. We have Demented, Shaman, Soul Reaper, and Zephyr all being banned out. So getting rid of some of the cheesy push strats right there. After seeing the Balfagor and Polywog Priest, getting rid of a lot of other push right there. Soul Reaper, Zephyr, Demented, Shaman, definitely 3 of the stronger heroes to go with the push lineup. And on the other side, we have Nymphora, Fade, and Parasite all being banned, so getting rid of a lot of aggressive heroes. So maybe DSB going for more of a carry strat after all. We'll have to see in just a moment here. Call It Karma gets first pick, and with it, they choose Engineer. So going to be going with the strong support right away, but Dirty Sick Bastards goes with Bubbles and Legionnaire. So going to be able to get a solo or a suicide with their Bubbles, and then Legionnaire, he's going to hit that jungle. It's too bad I don't have Phil here anymore. He'd tell us all about how Legionnaire was doing everything wrong. No, of course, Legionnaire, there's very much so different ways to play that hero. And you can get good farm on him in lots of different capacities. But they are blowing through this one right here. So it looks like Dirty Sick Bastards does finish off their team by going with Madman as their 6th pick. And then lock picks number 2 and 3, Polywog Priest and Balfagor. So picking up both of the heroes that they did drop locks on. And this is a very interesting lineup here for DSB. Let's take a look at C1K, though. They go with the Silhouette, Magnus, first pick Keeper of the Forest. And then they're going to pick up one of their 3, one of these 3 supports here. I think that an Aluna or a Glacius would definitely fit this lineup. And with this, they will most likely be running a dual support. Well, they're definitely running a dual support So Aluna going to be the choice. And so I think that they're going to run Aluna Silhouette bottom with Magnus Engineer mid, Keeper of the Forest in the jungle. Or excuse me, in the suicide lane. They're not going to really be able to run Keeper of the Forest in the jungle unless they have either the Aluna or the Engineer solo. And Jellyfish can be playing the Aluna, so we'll see. I can't recall the player roles on Call It Karma too specifically at this point. But let's go ahead and take a look at it. And, well, we're going to be getting on into this game. Hellborn team, they've rounded it out. And, like I said, they've got an interesting team composition here. Going to be playing the Madman as the hard carry. Balfagor, Pollywog Priest might be laying together to try to get some early push on. Legionnaire in the jungle. And Bubbles going to be soloing. Interesting draft here. Now, let's get this overlay changed up. Do want to reiterate, guys, at the end of today's cast, we'll be doing a Sound Blaster headset giveaway, courtesy of Sound Blaster and the SBHL. So make sure to stay tuned for that. It's going to be taking place over at twitter.com. So make sure to sign up for a Twitter account if you don't have one already, and head over to twitter.com/soundblaster and hit that follow button in order to be eligible for the contest. Details right after this cast. Right now, Call It Karma going to be making their way into the bottom lane. Luna and Magnus going to be leading the charge here, but Silhouette and Engineer, a lot of stun potential between the Magnus and the Engineer right away. Paper Glider going to be coming in and doing a little bit of scouting here, so they do get a little bit of a read on what exactly the Hellborn team's doing, and might be able to orchestrate their lanes in a way such that they're going to do it a little bit better. But instead, going to be going with the Balfagor, using the Garbagor skin. So I gotta give shoutouts to Han and to S2 for putting this one in. I love this one. I love his animation, his sound effects when he uses the ult. It's garbage day. Oh, that was terrible. My voice is getting really hoarse from casting so long today. Normally I do a much better garbage day, okay? Trust me on this one. But I really do like that skin, and giving it out to free for everybody that did play during the week that it was available, I think. Something along those lines. All I know is I got it for free, and that was sweet. So, definitely going to be an interesting game. Pollywog Priest looks like he's going to be playing the support role, and seeing as there really are no other supports here, yeah, that would make sense. The Bubble's going to be doing his thing as a suicide bottom. And indeed, it is going to be Madman Pollywog Priest versus Engineer Magnus mid. Definitely the advantage here going to the double stun lane. Could be very hard to kill this Madman, though. With his stock ability, might be able to get away nice and easy from any possible ganks. The problem is the Pollywog Priest, who has to get pretty damn close to use his abilities and, of course, to harass as well. 550 range, the same as Engineer. Could take a stun from a Magnus, especially at level 3. Bubbles being harassed down here quite a bit by a Luna, as the Jellyfish is coming in, just going to use that power throw, and Bubbles walks in a straight line, says, I don't care too much about that power throw. It's only 140 damage at level 1, and I got some magic armor, so it's actually only like 115 damage. Top lane, Banana for the win, going to be squaring off as Keeper of the Forest versus Lock 16K on Balfagor. And I think this is definitely a matchup that Keeper of the Forest is going to be favored in. It's in the middle lane. The Lava Surge does go out there. The Keg also being used. And the turret, not enough to get the kill on the Pollywog Priest right away. But will force the Tadpole back and make sure that he consumes some regen. Going with the Blight Stones here. Almost called him Runes of the Blight. Working on getting those updated names in my head. But, yeah. Gonna be using those Blight Stones to get his HP back up. No health potions in this lane. A little bit unfortunate, and well, they'll be able to make their way over here and use the observatory if they need to at some point. Pollywog Priest looking for the regen rune bottom and will find it. Nice job from him, being able to get the run on that rune. Magnus and Madman just squaring off on one another in the middle lane. The stock giving Madman a little bit of an advantage as a potion actually going to be used. Nice barrel roll, though, from Boutinel on the Madman to actually cancel that potion out. But Magnus just chugs up that bottle, and he's going to be just fine. And do want to point out, once again, this is the quarterfinals matchup of Sound Blaster Heroes League Qualifier number 4. Call It Karma looking good here after having a semifinal dropout in the last one. Dropping, I believe, to either Pudge or Pencils, one of those two. And Pudge, after falling just short prior, they do end up taking Sound Blaster Heroes League Qualifier number 3, and they will be advancing in. Weren't successful in the last series that we cast of them, but still provided us with an amazing games, amazing series. But definitely happy about being able to get into the Sound Blaster Heroes League. The playoffs, compete for the big money, the prizes of the invites and the hardware. Of course, desirable. The Z-Series sound cards and the Rage wireless headsets. You want those, but you, of course, you want to get into the big show. That's for sure. Middle lane, there's the keg and the turret going to be used right there. And Polywog Priest will go down. Nice job to Call It Karma, getting the Bloodlust kill. Just easy peasy setups, like I said. I mean, no escape mechanism, no real strong stun coming out from the Polywog Priest. And just goes down. Madman doesn't have enough money to actually pick up his bottle just yet. As a result, he's going to naked pick up the rune in the bottom lane. 6 and 4 CS on Madman as opposed to the 21 and 8 on Magnus. And, wow. Yeah, Magnus just completely crushing this lane. The double damage rune maybe help him out. Oh, nice keg with the turret, actually, and the auto attacks. They're going to be able to finish off the Madman here. Madman good escape for now. Magnus does not have enough. Doesn't even need the next lava surge. Just smacks him down with that big lava hammer. Not bad, not bad. Keeper of the Forest in the top lane. He's level 6 and looks like he wants to start pushing down the tower. We'll see here in a moment. CS in terms of that top lane, 25 and 17 for Keeper, as Balfagor's at 12 and 3. But here comes the charge. The taunt coming in as well onto Keeper of the Forest, but not going to be able to set up a kill. Pretty tanky dude at 910 life. Bubbles in the bottom lane struggling as well as, well, Aluna and Silhouette. They've definitely put in some hero damage. Doing a little bit of harassment is, holy moly, actually, look at this damage chart. The harass from Call It Karma definitely there. Bubbles doing a grand total of 0%. Madman doing a good job in the middle lane, but Polywog perhaps a little bit slacking. Afraid of that double stun lane for sure. And I want to actually correct myself, as the Paper Glider Courier, irrelevant. Lava Surge coming in there, the keg as well, and the turret auto attacks to finish him off. Excel picks up his second hero kill of the game. But that Paper Glider Courier was actually the Legion teams early on in this game, not the Hellborns. I saw it flying a path that I thought was going to be a Hellborn Courier, but in fact it was Legion. 3 kills now going out in the middle lane for the Legion team, and they are certainly looking good in that respect. Magnus at 371 gold per minute, and just doing very, very well in that lane. Gonna be able to finish up Steam Boots, or, well, Steam Boots bottle mana battery here. It's 6 minutes into the game. Legionnaire continuing to jungle, but in the top lane, Eruption going to be used. There's the ultimate from Balfagor, but not even close to killing anybody. Magnus with that haste rune, combining with the root from Keeper of the Forest, and just saying, see ya, Balfagor. You're pretty tanky, but not tanky enough. Mag with his boots going to be coming back into the middle lane once more, and might look to set up another kill. There's the keg, and does land on Madman. There's a Rev Ward coming out as well. The power throw going to be coming in. Madman will go down. Great use of that Rev Ward. He does go down very quickly. And even Boutinel commenting on just how nice of a ward that was. ZQuser here on Legionnaire, trying to find his farm as best as he can, but not a whole lot coming out just yet. 220 gold per minute, the top on his team. But is going to have to back on up. Go to town and get a little bit of regen. Top lane tower going to be going down here in a moment. Whether it's denied or not, only time will tell. Nice job from Banana for the win. But he's in some trouble now. The breath going to be coming out there from Balfagor, but eventually does have enough mana for the Nation Veil. The 60 coming to him with the mana regen from that ring. And Keeper actually going to man up right here, knowing that he's actually quite far away from being able to use another Nation Veil. Doesn't even care against this Balfagor. Just says, get out of my lane. These are my creeps, not yours. Not yours indeed. 8 minutes in, 7,200 gold lead, 4,600 experience lead for the Legion team. Definitely having a great early game start. And going to require a lot of patience and some very good play here from the Hellborn team to recover from this one. Might need to start knocking some towers down, but Polywog Priest, level 3 right now, not even close to being able to hit that level 6 mark and get the Polywog Voodoo Wards. Keeper of the Forest actually just flown up a lot of items. A full Ring of the Teacher as well as some Ghost Marchers there. Well, he's got to be happy with the farm that he's experiencing. 390 gold per minute and a double damage Magnus making his way to the top lane. Might look for the Legionnaire, and in fact, Legionnaire will find a Luna, but Magnus, Lava Surge comes in, and there's the Eruption being channeled once again. Gonna kill Legionnaire, and might even be able to get Balfagor as well. The Root gonna be coming out, and the auto attacks do finish off Balfagor. Banana for the win picks up that kill, and 7-0 in favor of the Legion team now. This is starting to look pretty grim for the Hellborn. Another Ward of Revelation, this time being placed by the Hellborn team in the middle lane. Nice two-man Lava Surge. There's the Ked hitting both. Beautiful Lava Surge, the power throw, and the auto attack is going to be able to finish off a Luna. Madman with the decent juke right there, but another Lava Surge is available from Magnus shortly. No, not going to need it just yet. And one more time, guys. Going to be going into the Sound Blaster headset giveaway after this game at the end of the cast. So make sure to stick around for that. Top lane, Keeper of the Forest going to have to run away here. There's the taunt being applied, and the demonic, what was that, expulsion? Regurgitate actually coming out right there onto Keeper of the Forest, but 1100 life. He's just so tanky and acting like he's just taunting him at this point. Banana for the win, just taunting him, raising his fists into the air, trying to summon some trees and stop canceling it, and saying, I see 3 of you right there. I'm not afraid. It's a song, isn't it? I'm not afraid. Yeah, it's a song. I'm not crazy. Well, I might be, but for other reasons. As there's a dive coming in on Bubbles. There's the Lava Surge. Power Throw comes in. Auto attacks to finish him. Carlsbergs actually brings home that kill with the keg. And bottom lane, Silhouette able to take down the tower. Oh, things are getting worse and worse here for the Dirty Sick Bastards by the minute. Trying to get the kill in the middle lane. Legionnaire almost able to get that one, but the decapitation just not available in time. And Luna will escape. The Jellyfish narrowly escaping with his life. Gonna stride on home, and what do you say when death comes for you? Not today. Ooh. Jellyfish just trying to have some fun right there, but Dirty Sick Bastards clearly a little bit upset, taking this pretty seriously. And Banana for the win, having some bad luck there with the rolls. Would not want to head to Vegas with that luck, at least not tonight. Speaking of Vegas, plan to be there for the Han Tour Finals later on this year. Looking forward to meeting a lot of you out there. Professional players and figureheads and viewers alike. I'll be out there shaking hands, so I'll try not to get sick, though. Conventions, a cesspool for sickness. Lava Surge onto Madman right here, channeling up the Eruption once more. Madman will go down. Polywog Priest actually in some trouble as well, walking right through the energy field. The last auto attack's going to be able to finish him off, and yes, he does go down. Charge going to be coming out there, but a nice Lava Surge once again. Emerald Lightning finishing off Legionnaire, and this is starting to look real grim for the Legion, or for the Hellborn team. The Legion team, they could not be any happier. any happier indeed, as I actually need to do one thing here real quick. There we go. Sorry, I forgot to do that. As Keeping the Forest being locked down in the top lane. But look how damn tanky he is. Just sitting there at 80% life still. And they're just not able to do anything to him. Shell Surf not going to connect right there. And Magnus just picked up a Codex. That's bordering on BM. If they pull out the DRD Codex Courier, then it's going to get real BM. 13-minute Nullstone here by Alme. 474 gold per minute on the Silhouette, and with 4 tower kills and 84 CS. Yeah. That makes sense. Not looking so good for the Dirty Sick Bastards, but they're hanging on in there. Maybe with some hope of making a comeback in this game. All hope might be gone, though, when Magnus starts Lava Surge codexing people. And Banana for the win being initiated on right here, but the rest of the team coming on in. Double damage Magnus. There's the Root going to be coming in. A big Keg. Not a 3-man Lava Surge. 2-man Lava Surge. Polywog Priest going to be going down. There's the Codex on the Bubbles as well. And 3 players go down just like that. Madman going to be coming back in, stalking on top of Magnus. But the Rax going to be pressured here 14 minutes in. And the Hellborn team going to be respawning very quickly. That's one nice thing. Being low level. Barrel Roll comes in and Magnus upgrades his Codex to level 2. There's the Sheep onto Magnus and the Tongue Tie going to be coming in. There's the Lava Surge though. Can't going to hit them as well, and Polywog Priest takes his 6th death. Madman goes down for the 4th time. And, well, Dirty Sick Bastards, this is looking dirty and sick. I tell you right here, right now. 15 minutes quickly approaching, and with a 22,000 gold, 23,000 gold deficit for the DSB crew, and 15,000 experience. This is looking like it could be a 15cc. Vote goes up. Balfagor trying to drop the garbage day right there. Power Throw going to connect. A nice keg. And, well, there's the Codex onto Polywog Priest. They get the kill onto Balfagor as well. And, well, not going to be conceding just yet. So, looks like they want to hang in there, hoping to have some kind of a miracle. Maybe some internet outages. Something like that. But the vote to concede goes up once more. And Magnus looking to go for another round here. And does start channeling up the ultimate. Gonna come on in. There's the Lava Surge onto Bubbles. But there's the concede. As Dirty Sick Bastards, they give it up in 15. And, well, yeah. Not a whole lot more to say about that game, guys. I apologize for the quality of that game. Not the most competitive, but I assure you that tomorrow, as we get into the semifinals and the top 4 teams like QSQ, Karma, and of course teams like KGE, Team KGE Sequence's new team, and I think they were even Cut for Bieber, Yolem's new team, formerly known as Shit Happens. They're all going to be playing tomorrow, so going to be tuning in for that one. And before we close out the stream tonight, of course, going to be getting into that giveaway that I had mentioned, so going to be doing that right here before we close it out. But before then, going to actually cut this part of the video off. And up next, SBHL giveaway. Headset giveaway. There we go. I'm good at typing, guys, I swear. So, congratulations to Karma. Going to advance into the semifinals tomorrow to play against, I don't know who they're going to play against. Let me actually take a look here. Click matches, going over to Sivo.com and soundblaster.com/Han. Karma will play Team KGE. So KGE made to the semifinals in the last 3 Blaster Heroes League qualifiers. And Cut for Bieber, a.k.a. Shit Happens, going to be taking on QSQ 777 in the other semifinals. So going to be bringing you both of those games tomorrow. And, of course, another giveaway. Guys, this has been the Sound Blaster Heroes League. Thank you for watching. And, of course, I have one more thing to show you right here. You guys know exactly what's going on. Don't play coy with me.
Guys, I'm pulling aggro. Heal! Heal! We got this! We got this! Stop beating your hardware. Head to newegg.com for an upgrade. And for more tech videos, check out our Newegg YouTube channel.
All right, guys, there you go. Newegg.com. Take it from a geek, one of the sponsors of the Sound Blaster Heroes League. Together with Sound Blaster, Heroes of Newark, and Olmart, they've made the SBHL possible. So make sure to support those organizations whenever you can. And thank them for their involvement in the Heroes of Newark and esports scenes in general. Guys, going to go ahead and wrap this part up before we get into the giveaway. This has been the Sound Blaster Heroes League. Make sure to head over to soundblaster.com/Han. Read all about the Sound Blaster Heroes League. And, of course, head over to facebook.com/soundblaster. Give that a like. Check out the DJ Rap City contest going on over there. And head over to twitter.com/soundblaster and give that a follow, because that's where we're going to be doing our giveaway in just 1 minute. Guys, it's been a long day with Colecast today, but I want to thank you all for sticking it out and making it here. It's been a great day. Lots and lots of Heroes of Newark action. Colecast will return tomorrow with more Heroes of Newark action, casting some more awesome games. Cole Scrims, of course, Sound Blaster Heroes League, and Han Tour will all return. This is Beef, and I am out.